Hi, I'm Kevin from Pickleball Warehouse. In today's vlog, we're going to cover two of the latest paddle releases from brands that have led the league in innovation and technology that goes into the paddles that they are putting out there on the market. From Selkirk, we have the Project 008 paddle line. These are going to come in 4 different shapes. Within that, there are a few different thicknesses you have to choose from. So with Selkirk, if you're familiar with their shapes, you'll kind of know which one fits your game. From Gearbox, we have the new GX2 series. So these paddles are going to come in pretty similar shapes. One is a little bit more elongated than the other. So the idea is with the elongated Integra paddle, you're going to have a control-based shape. So this is going to be a little bit wider than their elongated option, whereas the elongated is going to have a little thinner profile, which gives you a little bit more leverage and power. But overall, I'd put both of these paddles into that control category. The most exciting component of each of these paddle lines is the core that's included in each of them. Both of them is a newer core, new technology, and actually both different in which core is included in them. We've seen traditionally pickleball paddles have included mostly a honeycomb-based core. So this is a core that compresses when the ball makes impact with the core and kind of sponges outwards. One of the downsides with this honeycomb core is that that compression over time leads to what we call core crushing. So if you've ever had a paddle for a few months and after a while noticed there are certain dead spots that exist, maybe not in the sweet spot, but on the outside, and then eventually within the sweet spot, you're not getting the same power output you were before. This is mostly due to the core crushing issue we see and experience with honeycomb cores. So moving on to that core technology that we're excited about from both of these paddles, replacing that honeycomb core of the past. First off, the 008 paddles are going to include a PureFoam core. That means the entire core has replaced the honeycomb in input foam. Selkirk says that this technology will improve durability first off for these paddles. You will not have that core crushing issue that we see from honeycomb cores over time. It is supposed to increase the durability, the longevity of these paddles. It's supposed to offer a more consistent output no matter where the ball lands on the paddle, whether it be the sweet spot or just outside. You should know which direction, with how much power and spin that ball will be output from that. Very similar to that concept we see with the Gearbox GX2 paddles. These will have a CarbonRib core. So they've moved past the foam core, past the honeycomb core, and they moved on to the next evolution. Like I said, they lead the industry in innovation with certain paddle releases, and this is nothing short of it. This CarbonRib core is supposed to be even more elevated, even more durable and stronger material that comprises the core of each of these paddles. Gearbox claims this CarbonRib core is 4 times as strong as a traditional honeycomb core and twice as strong as a full foam core. We are hoping that with these cores, the CarbonRib and the PureFoam, we experience a much longer longevity. We're talking 200 to 300,000 miles we can put behind these engines before we start to notice that previous core crushing and now the degraded power output or sweet spot shrinking that we see over time with other paddles. If you have tried these 008 paddles, let us know what your experience was, if it felt similar to our teams, that power-oriented aspects we got out of it. If you disagree, if you agree. If you haven't gotten the chance to try the GX2, I highly recommend it if you're one of those control-oriented players. Let us know what paddle you're coming from. If you're interested in switching to it, drop a comment. We'll kind of help you out and say, well, if you've used that prior, here's what you can expect the differences and similarities to be behind this GX2 line. For each of these paddles and more, check us out online at pickleballwarehouse.com.